Hello once again everybody, back with another how it feels video. This one is how it feels to play Engineer TF2 and my face keeps blocking it to the side here. Engineer for me is a kinda okay class. I don't play him usually on principle that not every map needs an engineer, but most maps they already have more experienced ones to hold on choke points and all that. All I know is whenever I play engineer it's very regularly is because the team requires it and it just needs an area blocked off, so I would just switch off the engineer and fulfill that role. But to play it like most other people would play it to say like fancy shots taking on the entire team in one, I can't do that. I'm not gonna try to do that because I don't have that amount of time, just free time to absorb and put into engineer to master all that. I'm not Uncle D. Really wish I was. That man's That's next level. That's next level NG stuff with Uncle Dane right there. But I bet everybody who, if you're watching this video because of the TF2 stuff, you probably already know who Uncle Dane is. If there's anything, subscribe to his channel if you're not already. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscription box is down below. Hopefully you can leave a like. It helps a lot. Let's start with the video.
I'm moving this.
Precisely why I don't sticky jump. See that an engineer's level 3, a sniper, or just one really god tier soldier with a direct hit is gonna screw you up. Either that or I blow myself right to shit. Again, I said it before, I don't know how to sticky jump or rocket jump, but I do minorly know how to do it just enough to get me from point A to point B. I can't do that to get from point A to point F. I'm not that versed in sticky jumping. I wish I was. Sticky jumper does help a lot though. Sticky jumper is easier to use than the rocket jumper. That and I don't use stickies that often in my fights, so I would prefer the sticky jumper as a quick getaway. I prefer the pills. I just prefer pills.
You think you're better than me? Help me! Damn it! I am the spy. Oh, man.
How was that sentry gun still active? They got stabbed by a spy. Just narrowly avoided by a demo. You had a Uber push. How do you manage that? You see, this is what I say, and I can't do all the complicated engineer stuff. This is complicated engineer stuff. Surviving with your whole turret as the entire team just tries to push on you. That's the complicated stuff. I mean, technically I could do that because he has the Jag, which has a faster swing speed, so it makes it easier to repair his sentries. But still, that is impressive. All things considered, I'm very certain that's competitive as well. And I know he models these after regular games he plays, so that is properly.
Shit!
Yeah, that seems about right. But at least you lived to build another century.
That was a recreation of a competitive engineer clip in which I had to defend my sentry gun from the entirety of Team Fortress 2. I mean, seriously, I had both explosive classes flanking behind my gun while an Uber exchange was happening right around the corner. I had to use—
I keep looking at the bullets, thinking that's what the health is, and I just completely miss the health inside of it. Because I want to see what happens when all this is going down. Because you see, from the start with the soldier, then the Uber push, then the demo misses again, a spy comes and starts it. I'm just looking at the health to see how he managed all this.
use my gun to stop the cart, then fight off a sniper that was outside my gun's range. Of course, then came their spy, who was followed immediately by another push from the enemy combo as their demo man flew by, missing his target entirely. After I barely survived all that, their demo man came in a third time, finally
We survived his red. Look at that!
missing his target entirely. After
Boom, no health. Wait, like 11 health. I would have immediately died at that point. Just well played. Honestly, well played. Anybody could properly play engineer or spy, well played. I'm not gonna condone a spy though. So salty whenever I play heavy.
After I barely survived all that, their demo man came in a third time, finally succeeding by hitting 3 grenades at once. Only their scout didn't show up, but I think that's because he knows his place.
Actually, you know, no. Whenever you're trying to take down a sentry, tell the scout get a bonk and use it. That way the sentry could take. That way the sentry gonna look at the scout who's already invincible, prioritize him, and then you have the whole entire rest of the team to go and push for the sentry. The scout was the main man missing inside this. He just needed to get a kind of bonk or something, and he just stand up in front of the sentry. You have any idea how many games you will have won with that? So yeah, that's why I say Scout's my go-to guy. Also, I apologize if you hear any rain in any of the backgrounds. I'll see if I can edit that out, but if I can't, I'm really sorry.
You look at my tongue-tied, son.
Screw you! I am gonna go play Minecraft!
What?
It's true, a sentry gun can be a very, very scary thing, especially if the engineer gets a little bit creative with its placement. In this clip, I do a debatably unnecessary sentry jump in order to put my gun in a cheeky spot. After terrorizing the enemy team for a while, I get some unwanted visitors, starting with this pyro that thought that I wouldn't notice him if he crouched the whole time.
200 IQ. Oh look, it's right there.
Then comes this demo man, and this scout, and this medic, and I think, okay, well, it seems like everybody knows where my gun is. They probably think that this room is a safe zone where they can prepare an assault. But what if it wasn't? Not even 10 seconds after I moved the sentry, 2 people waltz right.
Isn't that another area where blue could spawn out of? So you essentially just spawn camp them inside there? Or am I? No, that's. Am I messing up where blue spawns after that? Because it's either no, it's on the high spot at the other opposite end of that infrastructure. I think there's a barn or something the cat has to pass through. So I completely missed that. I thought he trapped them inside the spawn.
Right in and get punished. Now that feels great. See, I don't feel too much when some thoughtless pyro just walks by my obvious sentry spot and dies. Although, that is pretty funny. No, I love it when my sentry gun is some crazy X factor as I place it right in front of the enemy point and have to defend it from everything as a spy saps it and it barely makes it with 8 health. And I keep it up for an entire minute as my team trickles in and slowly caps the point and I'm at 17 health. But then we finally capture the point and you know, I don't really feel like my team knows how much I just did.
We did it! Come
All in
on!
a day's work.
Everybody's just there on the point. To anybody that plays engineer, is that what it feels like? It just feels like you're just soloing DD with just one sentry gun. Engineer just
Make a good team.
Those moments where you're barely able to defend your gun give such a rush. But what do you do when your gun goes down? Do you calmly and rationally rebuild your gun? Or swing your wrench like a goddamn madman because they killed your baby? I am too emotional to play this class. As soon as my gun goes down, I just press W. I don't care if it's my fault. I don't care if I shouldn't have built my gun there. As soon as it's destroyed, I have to avenge my baby.
Oh, that there is just a sad display, boy.
As an engineer, it's really important that you keep your cool, especially when playing on defense.
I keep forgetting to make teleporters whenever I start to play engineer. I don't know if you could count that as a form of battle engineer, but I just dropped a dispenser and a sentry gun somewhere close by one with the enemy going to be walking, but with the back's going to be turned. And I just completely forget about teleporters. That's probably why I don't play that fast too much, because too much to maintain. And I am going to be so paranoid walking back between those, so I might as well just use the teleporters myself. because I always think there's a spy going to be somewhere on the side of it. The reason I don't build these because I'm afraid of them going down.
See, in this clip, the enemy team has just captured the second point. I know that if I can just stay calm and perform optimally, I can get a good sentry base going in the back line before any of they're in our spawn.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
That's dead.
How is that possible?
Oh, I don't know. How about you? Tell me! Okay, we still have time. If I can just keep it together and build on last, my life is meaningless! I have never in my life had to ask myself so often, what the hell is my team doing? In this clip, we've been defending the last point for almost 5 minutes. But maybe I should say, I've been defending this point for 5 minutes, as my sniper willingly walks off the high ground.
Yeah, it seems about right.
And he leaves me alone. Not
On the bright side, you have, I believe that shotgun is called the Rescue Ranger, where you can just shoot metal at your gun to heal it. You're at a, you're at an advantage with that one because every time I play engineer, I just always have like a regular stock shotgun because I can never find this thing or craft it because I don't have the materials for it. Free to play over here. But still, even though you basically have like an extra arm with that there. I just know a heavy's gonna pop out. Or a heavy or a demo man. Look on the right hand side that watches left. Then the left hand side of the watcher step side. A heavy or demo man is gonna pop out there on the right hand side of soldier.
Soon after, a single heavy starts sniping my sentry gun from afar. With no help, I have to wrangle my gun, which gets me backstabbed, and where is my team?
I have walked into my team doing that. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they managed to just get everybody in a full perfect T-pose position. But one time I was playing, I forget, it was either scout or demo man, and my entire team was just T-posed, running around the point that wasn't even open for capture yet, and the entire other team just didn't know what to do because it didn't look like they were doing much. Except it's this one weird ritual with an unfortunate medic standing on the point. And then blue turned in, but I don't think they knew how to do the T-pose thing. Even I don't know how to do that. Is that like a skin or a mod or something? It's weird, but it's cool. And off-putting when you see like 5 heavies just like levitating. They're not even moving, they're just levitating with a T-pose. Around that point, there's this one terrified gibbous medic. Like he didn't even know what to do. He didn't know how to leave. I think he was just like some fresh player that decided to terrorize. And I couldn't do anything except watch because, well, I'm not one to just destroy or disturb a friendly server, so I just watched and laugh.
But that's just how it is for an engineer. Your life is one of vigilance. You want to put your dispenser where it's going to help the most people. You want to put your sentry where it's going to protect the most people. In other words, you live and die by the objective. You'll do anything to defend the point. You'll hide away, always checking your back and staying alert, knowing that your team's efforts depend on you. But oh, the faults of men. In this clip, I've forgotten to restock my metal. I've got no support, no resources, nothing. Nothing but my body.
The first time watching this video, I legit thought that was a thing that you could do. You could just throw yourself in front of a sentry gun and act as a human shield to like 4 or 5 rockets. Because I didn't notice the medic. I was kicked from a server because every time my gun almost died, I just threw myself in front of it. I died alongside of it. And while the team was trying to coach me, don't do that, you're not rocket proof. I kept doing it like an idiot, then it just banned, no, not banned me, they kicked me from the server. So I read into that way too wrong the first time I saw it.
No matter how many times your buildings go down, you'll build and build and build again. Every time you think of quitting, you just remember all those smiling faces depending on your buildings. So you build.
Other than die, they look terrifying.
And you build. Your buildings are destroyed, but that's alright. Your team's still trying so hard. Just a bit more metal and you'll...
Need a dispenser here.
Well, I give up. Time to play Battle Engineer! The gunsling...
I was wondering when he just said, when he was about to say screw it, let's just go balls to the wall for that. Because I know the gunslinger exists. I use it I can use it. The random crit rate on that is bullshit. But I knew he was going to pull it out at some point or the other because you can't play engineer without playing battle engineer at least once. Mandatory Widowmaker. Not the one from Overwatch, shut the fuck up.
Of those items that completely changes the way you play. By allowing you to build a highly replaceable mini-sentry, it allows you to focus on upgrading and saving your more supportive buildings. It lets you build a sentry base anywhere. Like this scout's corpse.
Come on, keep it moving.
His flesh will serve as the soil to my blooming sentry gun.
Are you freaking kidding me?
And since you can plop the mini sentry down anywhere, you can use it in conjunction with the Wrangler to become a hilariously horrifying sniper. Like, what can they do about this? This heavy is trying so hard to shoot me down, but it doesn't do anything. I can just keep doing this forever. That's right, run! Oh, shit! I tell you, it was just like any other Tuesday when that scout rolled into town, shot me in the back. And now, things have never been the same.
I guess he was right. Scout and Sniper are the two that depend most on being behind people, especially when they have that on their team. Yes, I use it, but I equally hate it to play against it. Since I majoritively use Scouts, I hate going against these things, especially turn a random corner and find it there. And then when the engineer is actually good, and you can't just go demo and destroy it and then continue the game from there. When the engineer is good and he knows how to keep the mini sentry alive, that is even worse. Because it's a little thing so, and it's just still terrifying. Especially whoever plays the engineer, they know what they're doing. Or the team cares about the mini sentry or something. The engineer is just a terrifying class if you know what you're doing with it.
And of course, if you want to, the mini sentry also lets you play as an aggressive battle engineer.
I just shut out a whole teleporter.
You play as an aggressive battle engineer.
Yeah, just right out of your back pocket, just shut out that.
Teleporter, dispenser, metal, the point. Let's do this Texas style.
The mini sentry liberates you to go forth and shoot those bad guys. And you might be surprised how much a little man with a shotgun can do. Sniper down. Pyro down.
Oh my god.
Demo down! I'm an engineer! Look, engineer may not be built for combat, but a gun is a gun. You would not believe how many times someone assumed I was as defenseless as a medic. Oh no, here comes Boy Wonder for his free kill.
Overall, you suck. Oh god, what just happened?
I have a shotgun!
All these stock shotguns, I'll say this now, all these stock shotguns, if you don't like any of the other weapons and you want to play with a shotgun that is not Scout, just run stock. Stock is terrifyingly strong. It doesn't have any bullshit random crit rates. It doesn't have a gimmick to it. All you need to do is point, aim, click, and shoot. The Frontier Justice is good as well, but it requires a minigun to do something. I don't think I use any other shotgun for that because I have the Rescue Ranger, which is good for keeping your sentry alive, and I can never find it. Frontier Justice gets crit rates, gets crits from the kills on your sentry, revenge crits. Widowmaker just never has to reload. I never use that because I have a terrible aim. Yeah, just regular stock shotgun. The Thompson 5000, we're just not gonna mention that one.
Speaking of shotguns, the engineer has some pretty cool ones. This one here is called the Frontier Justice, and it encourages you to get a little bit crazy with your sentry guns by giving you guaranteed critical hits based on your sentry gun's kills. In this clip, I barely managed to kill the soldier, and then I've killed 4 people?
How it feel to play engineer?
Well, you take what you can get. Now I'm fully loaded up on crits, and it's hard to explain, but something about the anticipation of using these well-deserved critical hits is just so bang! Bam! Bang! It feels great. But where the Frontier Justice rewards you for creativity and timing, the Widowmaker rewards you for lobotomizing yourself and just shooting bad guys, since it effectively reloads every time you hit a shot.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. It just runs on your metal, reloads every time I make a hit. And I can't do that because almost every shot takes like 20 to 30 metal. And it depends on the amount of damage that you do, it gives you a percentage metal back from the damage that you do. So even if you're always popping off 30s and you just receiving back 20s, eventually you're gonna have to just go back to ammo pack regardless. So that's why I don't use the Widowmaker. 1, terrible aim. 2, if you make less damage than the metal cost for the bullets, but if you make less damage than it costs to fire the gun, to reload it every time you do damage, then I don't really see much of a point for the Widowmaker. So again, stock shotgun, more or less the best. And the Frontier Justice, I think they lower down the damage for that just so the crits wouldn't be too broken for a regular shotgun. So yeah, just run stock. It's easier, simpler, simplistic, lovely.
That's what you get.
Gotcha. I'm gonna tear you down.
You're all right, Doc. Good night, Irene.
Y'all gotta start praying, cause I'm a god. You done incurred my wrath, son.
Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Can someone kill the Uncle Dan wannabe?
Yeah, if I got an engineer, everybody just assumes you're Uncle Dane. Or just like some follower of him. This man coined the term how it feels to be an engineer.
As much as I love managing my buildings and supporting my team, this is my element. Being behind the enemy lines and shooting people to my heart's content. I'll be honest here, Engineer was my least played class before making this video, and I've always disliked building characters. But after watching all of Uncle Dane's tutorials and being as creative as possible in-game, I had way more fun than I ever thought I would. Basically, if I can enjoy Engineer, anyone can enjoy Engineer, and it's another testament to how special TF2 really is.
Lazy, what kind of defense is this?
I am the defense!
I'm not gonna like a full-on 5 kill streak with just a Widowmaker. Maybe I did underestimate that guy.
So if you're like me and didn't think Engineer is for you, maybe now's the time to get a little bit creative and see what you're missing. Okay, this is maybe a little too creative. See, I thought I could put my sentry gun on this metal box, but it doesn't work, so I do the only thing that makes sense. I just gotta drop in. Warning, this is much too creative. Do not try this at home. I honestly don't know what I thought would happen if I did this, but I did it, and something is happening. Now I take my Wrangler out to try and get myself out of this corner, and I'm thinking, well, okay, something's gotta die. This guy just eats it, but there's no way out! Thank you so much for watching, and a special
Okay, so first off, why would you throw yourself in that situation? Okay, this is the end of the video, so I'll go and cut it off here, but Engineer is a fun class to play, but only if you know what you're doing with it. Aside from that, you're just gonna confuse yourself a lot, and well, Widowmaker is just, as he said, lobotomize your head, shoot people. But I'm not gonna use that, and I don't blame him for not mentioning the Thompson 5000. That gun is just sad. But until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.